grade 8s and 9s. Quickly do the calculations visible on your screen, pause the video, and then we will mark it in just a couple of minutes. Let's have a look at the calculations. First one, 0,2 times 0,03 times 0,04. Now you can apply the short method. You can say, ignore the commas. So 2 times 3 times 4 is, 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 4 is 24. Now you need to write the decimal number. How are we going to write it? It's important that you have the same amount of decimal spaces as the total amount of the question above. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places in total. So you need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then the comma. Okay, and then we will have 0,0024. Now, what do you do in this situation? Maybe write it as a common fraction. Remember, don't grab your calculator. This is a skill to be able to answer this without the use of a calculator. So it's 24, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal spaces. So I need to have 5 zeros in my denominator. Actually, if I say it like that, it means it will be 100,000 in the denominator. Divided by 24, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, so it will be divided by 10,000. The division, you can make a multiplication and swap the fraction that follows, or you multiply by the reciprocal. So this will be 24 over 100,000 times 10,000 over 24. And now you can cancel out. 24 can go into that once, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do you have left? Actually, a tenth. And that tenth, to write it as a decimal number, we have 0,1. Did you get it? Okay, let's have a look at the second example. The second question. 0,3 to the power of 3. I would suggest that you write 0,3 times 0,3 times 0,3 divided by 0,27. Now you can multiply the 0,3s with one another. How do I do it? The same I did there. Ignore the comma. So 3 times 3 is 9, not 6. 9 times 3 is 27. So I need to have 27. But how many spaces in or decimal places after the comma? 1, 2, 3 decimal places there. So I need to have 3 decimal places in total here. 1, 2, 3, put the comma if I'm writing backwards. So 0,027, and that will be divided by 0,27. Again, like I did here, I'm going to change it to a common fraction. So I will have 27 thousandths divided by 27 hundredths. I have a division, make it a multiplication and multiply with a reciprocal. So it will be 27 thousandths times 100 27ths. That can cancel out. My 100 will cancel out and I will have a tenth remaining. So 1/10, and as an answer of a decimal number, that will be 0,1. Okay, let's have a look at the third one. 0,09 plus the square root of 0,0016. Where should we start? I suggest that you take on the square root first. So the 0,09, let's write it there for at the moment, plus I can change the 0,0016 to a common fraction by saying it is 16 10,000ths. Why 10,000? Because I have 4 decimal places there, so I need to have 4 zeros if I write it as a common fraction. The 0,09 can be 9 hundredths. You agree? Plus, now, how can I sort out the the square root of 16 10,000s, I'm going to put in an extra step. You don't have to do this. This is just for explanation. So this will be the square root of 16 divided by the square root of 10,000. So I will have 9 hundredths plus square root of 16 is 4. Square root of 10,000, 100. 100. And 9 plus 400 will give me 13 hundredths. And my answer will be 0.13 as a decimal value. Okay. Number 4. Very similar, but we are just practicing this to see if you understand it properly. So this one I'm going to say, okay, let's rather say 36. I'm going to write it now kind of in one step. 1, 2, 3, 4. 36 10,000ths divided by 4 hundredths. Did you understand what I did here? Do you understand? Okay, now there's a division. Make it a multiplication and swap or flip the fraction that follows. So I will have then 36 10,000ths times 100 fourths. And now you can cancel out. Or you can divide. So 4 can go into that once and into 36 9 times. I have 100 here, and then if I cross it out, I will have 100 there. So my answer will be 9 square root of 9 hundredths. Okay, very similar again like the one we did there. This can now change to the square root of 9 divided by the square root of 100. That will be 3 tenths. And if you write it as a decimal number, your answer will be 0.3. Number 5. 0.02 plus 0.09 over or divided by 0.2 squared. I can add that immediately. So that will be 0.11. Okay? Now, 0.2 squared is 0.2 times 0.2. So I will have 0.11. What is 0.2 times 0.2? Ignore the commas, multiply the 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. Put back the commas where the same amount of decimal places that there were in total. So it's 1, 2, so 1, 2, comma. Okay, so I have 0.11 divided by 0.04. So this will actually be 11 hundredths divided by 4 hundredths. Okay, so it will be 11 hundredths times 100 over 4. Cross out those. They are cancelling out. So what's remaining? 11 quarters. Can you change that to a decimal value? Yes, you can. Maybe first change it from an improper fraction to a mixed number. So that will be 2 3/4. And the 3/4 you can now change to a decimal number. So maybe to do that, multiply by 25 top and bottom. So I will have 2 75 hundredths, and that will be 2.75. This might take a bit of time, but guys, if you understand what you are doing, it's so nice doing these calculations. Last one. Square root of 0.16 plus 12 25ths. I'm going to change that to a common fraction, 16 hundredths plus 12 25ths. Now, you must add these fractions, but before you can add them, the denominators must be the same. So I'm multiplying that one with a 4, creating my LCD as 100. So I have 16 plus 12 times 4 is 48. And 16 plus 48 is actually 64. So I want the square root of 64 hundredths. And I do hope that by now you understand that square root of 64 hundredths will be 8 divided by 10. 8 tenths. Once you have it like that, you just put it as a decimal value. Okay, if you don't understand, go back to the previous videos, have a look at it, and see if you can grasp these concepts. Until next time, goodbye.